miss my son's birthdays anymore. I met my son when he was 4 years old. I have full custody of my son. Mom is a deadbeat. She's off somewhere doing whatever the fuck she's doing. My son been with me for going on 5.5 years. I haven't missed a birthday. When I was going to prison, my son wasn't born yet. I'm a real man. I don't miss his birthdays. My responsibility as a real man is to make it back home to my son. But see, if I was out there being a real nigga, I would be putting myself in situations that could get in the way of me making it back home to my son. That's the difference. There's similarities in being a real man and being that. But the difference is the guy that's running around still with that mentality that I'm a real nigga, I'm gonna stand on business, I'm gonna handle this, I'm gonna handle that. All the time ends up with nothing. All you can do is sit and talk about what you used to do. I had fun. I had girls, you ain't got shit now. And every time you go to jail, you ain't gonna have shit. And life is gonna go by and go on. While you're out there trying to be a real nigga, life is gonna go on as it should. The men out there being real men, they're living the life that they're supposed to. Real freedom. Dealing with real women. Enjoying their kids' birthdays. Planning their birthdays. Having cookouts and shit. That's what real men do. That's the difference. I no longer jeopardize my freedom. I no longer put myself in situations where I gotta be a real man. I don't gotta be. I don't gotta take my time like a real man. You know why? Because I ain't doing it front. I go to work. I take my check like a real man. And I spend it on my responsibilities like a real man. Pay my bills like a real man. Even when it leaves my pocket damn near light. It's okay. I handle my business. My son got a roof over his head. He don't gotta worry about where I'm at. I got the same fucking routine. Leave to work at night, 10 o'clock. Come home 6 in the morning. I stay up. I stay awake for an extra 2.5 hours to make sure I put my son on the van for school. Because I'm a real man. And because I'm a real man, I'm around to do all that shit. Do you really think that there's a real nigga out there doing all of that? How about you? Come on, man. You ain't slow. I think it's a game, like, dog.
I don't know what to say because that's talking about don't go back to jail, this and that. I don't know. I've been in a lot of experience. When that person up that gun on you, bro, what you gonna do? Let him shoot you? Cause you're not letting him shoot you, bro. All I know, if a nigga up that gun on me, bro, I'm pulling the trigger first, no matter what cost it is. At the end of the day, bro, he not gonna be alive. I'm young. First of all, the fuck I look like letting someone take me out the game. I ain't no bitch. Second of all, what? He killed me, then what? My mom's crying, my brother's trying to get back from me, then what?
First of all,
I'm just saying, you saying real man, a real man gonna let another man kill him?
why is another man?
I'm just asking a question. Everybody go through something in this joint.
No, you're not listening.
I am listening.
I've been through shit you ain't even been through yet. I
Cool.
promise you. That's a fact.
I've been through stuff you probably ain't been through.
I've been home for 5 years without going back to prison. Ain't nobody trying to kill me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but that's you, not me. It's a new generation. I'm trying to tell you. This shit get crazy out here, bro. Niggas is shooting niggas when they have their son and stuff, bro. No one wants to hear that. That's crazy, bro. Like, even if a nigga doing crazy stuff to the side, bro, come on, I already tried, bro. You know how many times I got, what you mean? I tried to do good, bro. Ain't no doing good in my city, bro. When that nigga up that gun on you, it's over from there, bro. Like literally, no pipe or none of that, bro. What you mean? I went to football practice, bro. They shot up my football practice before, bro. Come on, bro. I switched to sports just to get out the street, bro. And they shot up my football practice. Come on, bro. We can't say nothing like that, bro.
You know what I do know?
What?
I've lived in Harrisburg a lot longer than you. What I do know is that you ever been in Chicago? This place is like Chicago, where gang banging is passed down through generations. Niggas' grandmoms and grandpops in their 70s were in the same gang that they're in. It's passed down. Even if you wanted to not gang bang, you just be a neutral person. Just being from that neighborhood associates you. So every day that they leave out of their house, it is a threat to their life because the violence and shit that they're dealing with over there is too high. So you sitting there and listen, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. Right? We from the same place. Whatever your experiences are, some of your choices, this is where you have to take accountability. Some of your choices put you in that cycle, right? What I'm also telling you is that Harrisburg is not Chicago. Harrisburg ain't even Philly.
Get what you trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is it's not as bad as you trying to make it sound like.
I'm not trying to make it sound like that. I'm just,
You are.
telling you the ring.
Y'all listening to what I'm listening to. I'm not trying to play you, bro. We from the same place. And like I said, I did shit that you probably still ain't do. I've been places you haven't been to. You haven't been to state prison. You haven't been to federal prison. You've been to this. This is a joke. And it's a good thing it's a joke because if you get your life together, this could be a part of your past. But you sitting over there trying to make it seem like your life is already set for, you ain't got no choice but to keep doing this shit. Listen.
Well, at the same time, y'all not giving me what am I supposed to do if a nigga up his gun on me? What am I supposed to do, bro? Don't take my life? Like, I'm just keeping it real. Y'all saying Harrisburg not like Chicago and like Philly, that had nothing to do with it. But at the same time, it's still kids running around up in their gun.
All right, well, listen, I wish you the best. That's all I got for you. For the rest of you that's listening to what I'm saying, be done with this shit now. Because it gets worse. There's a bed waiting for you in federal prison. There's a bed waiting for you in state prison. Yeah, bro.
I heard it.
You're responsible for your life. And that is that. We all got moms, we all got dads. Ain't nobody gonna love you more than you. That's a fact. Because your life is your responsibility. You can either get tired of this shit, and you can decide that you're going to do different things to get away from everything you've been through, or you can just decide that, you know what, this shit ain't too bad. Fuck it. Go to state prison. Fuck it. Get indicted. There's a bed waiting on you, and you don't even realize it. I didn't figure out how to be a man until I was 30 years old. That's too fucking long, yo. It's too long. I had to figure out what it was like to have a job. I had to figure out what a resume was. I had to figure out what credit was. At 34, I had to figure, that's how old I was when I came home. I had a 4-year-old son. Mom ain't shit. He talking about obstacles. Listen, I ain't putting no homie down. I'm not even saying he's a liar. But that right there, that's a self-defeated attitude. You're just gonna call a spade a spade. Because if you listen to him talk, it's over. He already made up in his mind that he got no choice. You feel the same way? Because if that's how you feel, look in the mirror and accept that. And when you in federal prison doing life, or you in state prison doing life, don't cry about it. Don't have no regrets. Make up your mind now. His mind is made up. And I don't even want that for him. He going through some shit. I don't know what he going through, but he going through some shit. But with that type of mentality, it's a wrap. It's over. You're not gonna make it. Not with that attitude, not with that mentality. That's the truth. That's not me wishing that for you. That's me telling you that's the only result. Again, you speaking to a man that's been places he ain't been. I've done things he hasn't done. I was gang banging for real. I was a high ranking gang member. On the street and in state prison and in federal prison. I did all that shit. I've been home for 5.5 years almost. Haven't been back yet. And I'm not going back. Ain't nobody trying to kill me. Why? For what? I'm not even in places where somebody would try to kill me. Now, that's not to say that I won't catch a stray that's not meant for me. I mean, shit, you could die in a fucking car crash. But my point to you is, I don't live my life in a way that would even make someone want to shoot at me. Why would somebody want to shoot me if I'm not doing something that would make them want to do that? I'm not in those places in the hood where that's going on. I don't need to be. I changed my life. And the niggas that's still there, they know. And they respect it. Ain't nobody forcing you in that life, dog. Ain't nobody putting a gun to your head and saying, nigga, you better sell drugs or else. Nobody's doing that. If you walk away from that shit and leave it alone, eventually them niggas gonna forget about you. Because they too caught up in what they stuck in. But if you so-called change your life and you still going back to a place where they having shootouts on the regular, of course somebody gonna up and away. Because you must be a part of that shit. If you're there. If you're not, what you there for? That's what I was trying to explain to them. There should be no reason. Ain't nobody just shooting you for no reason. That's not reality. Y'all got a chance to leave here and have a second chance at life, or a third chance, however many chances you had so far. You guys are still really considered kids. You 18, though. You do something else, they gonna lock your big black ass up. That's the truth. That shit ain't gonna be fun. You're gonna be going through shit you don't wanna go through. You'll be in a cell hearing a nigga fart, hearing a nigga pee, hearing a nigga shit. You wanna go through that? That shit fucks with your mind. You might be walking the yard and you see another grown man with titties. Because he's whatever he is. That fucks with your mind. See, these white dudes that work here, they work here because they give a fuck. They're not getting paid no extra buku crazy money. Even him. But those white boys in those prisons, majority of them don't give a fuck about you. You're not a kid. And they don't come from where you come from. And they can't wait to come to work and for you to act like you're a real nigga. So that they can show you that you're not. They're gonna jump you. They're gonna fuck you up. You know how many men I've seen in my course of years going to prison die at the hands of COs? What kind of life is that? That shit is a circus. And when you in there, you a clown. That's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all still young enough where you can be done with this shit, dog, and do something different with your life. But you gotta give a fuck. You gotta love you more than everybody else. You gotta love you more than your mom loves you. Because it's your life, it ain't her life. She ain't here during this time with you, is she? You know why? Because it ain't her life, it wasn't her choices. But it's your life, it's your choices. It gets worse from here. Like real bad. And I'm as tough as they come. I've never been a victim in prison. Nobody's ever taken nothing from me except the COs. And I had to let that happen. Because that's the position I put myself in. When they come banging on your fucking cell, Madison, let's go. All right, man, come on, why you banging on my cell? Shut the fuck up and let's go. When they come search your cell and they take your shit, flip it, you got pictures of your loved ones, they scatter your shit everywhere on the floor. They don't respect nothing about you and nothing what you got going on, and you gotta take that. See, these guys, they're not doing it. They care. But them COs, they don't give a fuck about you, dog. They don't. I'm trying to give you a glimpse what that shit is like. That shit ain't fun. That shit is, it's hard. Because you gotta take that shit. That disrespect, you gotta take it. Your family might come up to see you on a visit. They might disrespect your mom. They might disrespect your sister. They might tell your sister that the clothes she got on is too revealing, she gotta turn around and go back home. What you gonna do? What can a real nigga do in that situation? Nothing. That's why I don't pay to be a real nigga or a real ass white boy. It don't pay. When that CO disrespect you, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna be like, you're gonna tuck your fucking tail, you're gonna keep going. Not because you're a pussy, but because you got no wind. What you gonna do? You gonna swing on one of them to get your ass whooped, maybe your life taken? Well, no, right? No. So you're just gonna be there taking the disrespect, hearing somebody pee, hearing somebody take a shit that's only 5 feet away from you, maybe less than that. I got tired of that shit, but it took me too long. Everything I know now, I wish I knew when I was your age. Nobody talked to me about credit. Nobody talked to me about loving myself more than anybody else. Nobody told me what was on the flip side of that coin. All I ever saw was dudes get money and have a good time. That's all I knew since I was 10, 11 years old. I didn't know what was waiting for me in those big prisons. And the other thing about those prisons is it's a business. They make money off you. So while you're wasting your time being a real ass white boy out there, on whatever you're doing, thinking that you're making money for yourself, all you're doing is making money for them. Because when you get locked up, you're another fucking paycheck. The prison system is a business. It's not a fucking rehabilitation center. This is a rehabilitation center because you got people that care. They trying to get therapy here. They trying to fucking show you a better option. They trying to help you out with college. You think they doing that shit in prison? Fuck no. Ain't no motherfucking therapy in there. It's not a rehab. It's a place for you to suffer because you just haven't figured out that you can't win. That's what it is. And I'm passionate about this shit. I don't get paid to come here either. I come here because I was you. I come here because I didn't figure out how to be a man until later in my life. You guys are still young. You can figure that shit out now. And it's not going to happen overnight. But if you dedicated to changing your life, you will. Because it'll be what you want. Everything else you wanted in life that you tried hard to get the wrong way. Sometimes you got it, right? When you wanted this amount of money, you tried hard and you got it. You take that energy and put it into something else. Something that's not going to put you in prison. So that you're not 30 years old, 34, trying to figure life out late in the game. You want to get your shit together right now. This is the time. Guess what? Whether you do or you don't, life won't go on, man. It's gonna go on without you. I promise you that. If I could do it all over again, I wouldn't even get in the streets. All it ever did was take from me. Take. It took my friends. It took my possessions. It took from my mom. It took from my brother. It took from my sister. It took from me. I took an L every time. That street shit is whack. But figuring out what you like to do, figuring out the way the world works with credit, that's some real shit. That's some real man shit. And you can live the life that you want. You don't have to keep doing this shit. This shit right here is a cakewalk. And y'all need to like this. You're not supposed to like it. But this is a cakewalk compared to what they got waiting for you. If you're ain't tired, there's a bed with your name on it. So that you can hear yourself taking the shit. And you can feel like a fucking goofy. Being a grown ass man, sharing a cell with another grown ass man that might not have the same living habits that you have. You might spit your toothpaste in the toilet, might spit it in the sink. Now y'all got problems. Y'all got to look at them. So, I mean, look, man, I can talk to him blue in the face, but I'm gonna repeat again that nobody's gonna love you more than you. Leave the shit behind, figure it out, do something else. Don't never look back. Any of y'all pray. Keep praying. Start praying. Whoever you believe, whatever you believe. Pray for that nigga too. We need it. Got questions?
But when did you change and realize that you?
So part of that was experience in federal prison. I had no idea what it was like. And even before the prison, just the sentencing. You know, when my lawyer came to see me and told me you face a 5 to life, that's your plea deal. That was my plea deal. And I started realizing, I started learning how that whole system works. By that point, I was tired. I was tired of taking too many losses. My fucking son's mom that got me in here. Wasn't there to see my son born. Got taken from people I love. Lost all my money. Now I'm about to go somewhere where there's men from all over the fucking world. Mexican mafia, Italian mafia, fucking Asian gangs, fucking Aryan Brotherhood. Places I never even been. Lockdowns are serious. The level of violence in federal prison is serious. Every day it can go down. And you might not even have nothing to do with the shit. There's race wars in there, white against black, black against Mexican. I looked around one day, I said, I can't do this anymore. Like I said, I didn't snitch. I took my time. But that shit ain't no bragging points. Cause what did I get at? Huh. My son went through a lot of shit before I met him. And he was only 4. I could have been right there. Had I not been living the way I was living, my son's mom wouldn't have had nothing to tell me about. No, I didn't deserve that shit. But if I would have been living a responsible life, she wouldn't have had nothing to tell me about. And I could have been right there. My son was born when he needed me. Instead, I was locked up with fucking Sully from Chicago, Arkansas, California, Minneapolis, Minnesota, all the way in